This room is called the God of Gold. It has a marking letter of H. It also happens to be room number 6 that one player may start their turn out at the beginning of the game. For this particular room, you are going to use an action chip and ask the God of Gold to give you 5 gold from another player. Okay, so if you're successful, the God of Gold will steal 5 gold from another player and give it to you. If you are unsuccessful, you will lose 10 gold. Now, it doesn't matter if you pick up the 2 gold first or do him first. You can either use an action chip to do this activity, then use an action chip to pick up the 2 gold, and then leave the room. However, if you come back into the room with chips in the room, you won't be able to do either of these things. That room will be empty. Now, let's see what happens here. I'm going to use an action to ask the God of Gold, and I'm going to roll 1 die and see who I'm going to steal gold from. I happen to roll in number 6. Now, in this particular game, we have 4 players. The red player is the person who is asking for the 5 gold. And this red player rolled a number 6. So, starting at that player's left is number 1. So, whoever rolled the die, it starts with them. The person to their left is number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Okay, blue player will have to give up 5 gold to the red player. In this case, the red player would take 5 gold from the blue player. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'd move up 5, and the blue player would move back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the red player had rolled a number 4, he would start counting. The person to his left is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. If it lands on the red player will lose 10 gold. Now, the fewer people you have playing this game, the more likely of a chance is it that you're going to be picked. So in a 6-player game, it's always good to do the God of Gold. On a 2-player game, you might not want to do that. You'll also notice that the player to your left is more likely to get hit with this. So he's number 1, and he's also number 5. This one is number 2 and also number 6. So these 2 players have twice as much chance of having gold stolen from them, depending on whoever is the person doing this activity. So in other words, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whether a 1 is rolled or a 5 is rolled, this person will have to give up 5 gold to the red person. Now, if the person selected does not have the gold, the red player would take what little gold they have. If the person that's selected has no gold at all, well, then the red player would simply be out of luck. You're only allowed to do this activity once per turn. If there's another player in the room, you will duel them first before doing the activity or collecting the 2 gold.